Hey everyone, what's up? This is Uri for Guerrilla Poker, and in this hand I'm gonna be reviewing two of the best players in the world for sure, Stefan and MunEZ, both guys you can learn a lot from, and as always I feel like reviewing hands from some of the best players is a chance to learn things about the game that you may not know, because these guys are really playing at the highest levels. So without further ado, let's dive in. Stefan raises the button. We're playing three-handed 5100. He raises to 230. MunEZ 3 bets to roughly 4.5x, very standard size, and Stefan calls. And we get a 5-4-4 rainbow board. As always, we're going to start out talking about how does the board interact with ranges. 5-4-4, given the SPR, is a very nothing board, like everything missed. Of course, some players will, sometimes you'll have a both, sometimes you'll have trips or an open-ender, but these boards are massively missing both ranges, which leaves both ranges in a spot where you have a ton of unpaired high cards. And these are spots where you actually don't want to be c-betting small as a 3-better. Because if you c-bet small and your opponent has something like King Jack, King Queen, Queen Jack, all these hands that he's going to have very often, he kind of has, 6 outs to top pair and he kind of gets to not fold. And that's kind of how these spots play. So MunEZ bets half pot, which is a very reasonable sizing. I think anything not small works here. And can MunEZ bet his entire range for half pot? I would guess probably not. I think he has too many ace, king, ace, queen type hands, ace, jack, king, queen, king, jack, like all these overs where you can't just bet absolutely everything. So probably doing some checking as well, but obviously betting with a lot of his good hands. Turn queen of hearts. And here we have, let's call it a twist in a plot. MunEZ bets 1/4 pot and Stefan calls. Now, what's this 1/4 pot bet? And if you recall, I was saying at the start of the video, these guys are some of the best in the world. So if this is something that you're not doing at all, this is something, when you see one of the top players do this, you should be asking yourselves, like, what is going on here? What is there to learn? Is this something I should be doing? Is this happening in my games? Do I know how to react to it? Etc. I'll give you guys kind of the general idea of the bet in big picture terms. On the queen turn, MunEZ certainly can keep on going for stacks with a wide variety of hands, such as aces, kings, ace, queen, king, queen, etc. are happy to go for stacks. I'm not sure where the exact threshold would be to the point where his hands are not happy to go for stacks. Maybe it's pocket tens, maybe it's pocket nines, maybe it's jacks, maybe it's a queen. Here you really need to study the ranges accurately to know. And the ranges even change between stake levels. But MunEZ has hands that are definitely ahead, they need protection, and that like to keep betting, but not big. So MunEZ, you can kind of divide his range into two parts. There's the part that wants to stack off, and there's the part that wants 2 more small bets to go in. And if you kind of leave a solver to its own devices, it will very often split its range into 2 with exactly these incentives, and then it will balance both ranges perfectly. So they have bluffs, small bet range has some traps, like all the things that computers easily do and are generally tougher for humans. So takeaway from this is MunEZ has a hand here, like pocket 7s, pocket 8s, ace 5, something in that ballpark. We'll call it the center of his value range. And I'm not sure how high it goes. Does it go up to jacks? Does it stop at 9s, 10s? Like I said, that's a technical detail, which you guys can check for yourselves. But this is the range MunEZ is representing. This is, so to speak, the center of weight of this range. And Stefan needs to react to that. So, once you understand what the strategy is built around, the reaction becomes much easier. River Jack of diamonds obviously changes the thresholds a bit. If MunEZ had ace 5 or 8s, can he keep betting or not? Big question, I would guess probably not. Which brings up the question, why is he quarter potting? Like maybe this is a spot he should check or shove some traps, but not quarter pot, right? Because quarter pot implies you can keep betting 8s. I'm not sure you can. Maybe you can. And yeah, Stefan calls. We see the ranges. MunEZ has a bluff, so king 8 of spades. Of course, ranges can have bluffs, so nothing wrong with this. Stefan shows down ace jack. Call pre-flop, call flop. Easy call turn, right? Because you have 2 overs and you beat all the bluffs. And river, the question is just, are you calling or are you raising for value? I've certainly never dream of folding this. So the hand actually plays itself reasonably for both players, but still I feel like an interesting part of the game tree. And I'll add kind of an interesting tidbit here. People who use solvers sometimes try to simplify by removing options, and some guys like extra options. And when you add the option to make the small turn bet, it doesn't actually have a significant contribution to the EV of your entire strategy. Like, you might as well skip it. And a lot of guys say, well, you know, if I might as well skip it, let's skip it. What am I doing this for? But by adding this, if you know how to do this better than your opponent, you know, you're making his life even more difficult than you're making yours. So there is that. Plus, you know, these guys are just machines. They know a ton about poker. They've been playing for a long time. They've been studying for a long time. I'm sure this is not too much effort for someone MunEZ's level. So yeah, I think really nice hand. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.